I wasn't sure that
Here
you
we are. Hello, everyone. I'm going to put my screen on share now. All right, here we go. Presentation mode. Okay, phew. We're live. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here for the emotional reset. We just want you to walk away. So I'm going to be co-hosting with Deanna and Rachel. We just want you to walk away with some simple tools you can use in your daily life to help you have that emotional reset. And that's our hope for us, for you. And yeah, we're really glad that you're here. I know everyone has a very busy schedule, so we appreciate you taking the time to be here. Hopefully, you'll walk away with one or two things that you can start incorporating into your day right away. And, just have some tools to support you. So, for everyone that's here, let's just take a deep breath in and exhale out. Just allow ourselves to be present in this time that we're together and, yeah, be in the moment. So I'll just introduce ourselves. So I'm Sumit. I'm a wellness advocate for doTERRA. I'm an emotion code practitioner. I help women with stress, burnout, and anxiety to help them release that naturally. And that's a little bit about me. And Deanna, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Deanna. I'm a wife, mom, a corporate worker, a mother of teenage hockey boys, and I just love to help busy women who are, resonate with what I'm going through at this season of my life and help them figure out easy tools that they can implement in their day to help make things just a little bit lighter.
Thank you. And Rachel?
I'm Rachel, and I'm in a totally different phase than Deanna. My kids are younger. They're 7 and 8. I'm a homeschool mom, so we have like a one all day long, 24/7. We're together. So sometimes we use some of these oils a little bit more often maybe than others, but yeah, it's fun. It's all part of the journey, right?
Yeah, it is. And I forgot to mention I'm a mom too, and I also have young kids, 10 and 6. So it's a busy time, but it's a fun time. All right, so yeah, as you can tell, we're all very passionate about what we do, and we're excited to share more with you today. Oh, admitting in Bethany. Okay, so let's do a stress check-in before we move forward with our presentation. On a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed are you right now? So if 1 being very low, 10 being extremely high, where would you rate yourself? And just put it in the chat. I'm going to see if I can see the chat here. There we go. 20. Oh, Sandra. 4. Love it. Okay. So you're at the right class, Sandra. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Monique. Yeah.
Bethany 7, yeah.
Yeah. We just want to get a gauge for where you are because the hope is by the end of the class, that number lowers and you feel a lot less stressed and you feel a lot more empowered and you feel like I know what I can do to help myself through this time. So that's the hope. And it's good to bring awareness to how stressed we are because sometimes we don't take the time to do that. So it's good to take a minute just to see how stressed we are. Okay, so let's talk about stress. Um, Stress, what does it look like? Why is it the thing that a lot of people are talking about? Well, stress anxiety equals an overactive nervous system, and it makes us feel like we're in fight or flight, and it impacts everything: our mood, our sleep. We feel like we can't focus when we're very stressed out. Our energy levels dip when we're really stressed out, and it affects not only our nervous system, affects our entire body as a whole. If you have excessive hair falling out, it could be due to excessive stress, hormone imbalances, muscles. It can affect your lungs, the way you breathe, shallow breathing. It affects your digestive tract. A lot of times, I know my daughter, when she's stressed, she's like, oh, I have a tummy ache. She feels it in her gut. Reproductive organs. I've worked with women who are trying to get pregnant, and because they are so stressed out, they find it hard. That process is really difficult for them because they're so stressed out. It can affect our skin, rashes and uh, acne or different types of things that happen, flare ups with our skin, bones, joints. We know that it weakens our immune system. Um, heart, like I know for me personally, if I'm not managing my stress, I get heart palpitations. I can feel that anxiety. Lymph nodes, bad breath can also be caused by um, a lot of stress in the body and brain, like, that brain fog. Can't think clearly, and like I talked about, focus. So, this is why it's so important for us to bring awareness to our stress levels, and it's really important for us to manage our stress. Um, so I just wanted to take a minute to put this right here for you guys. If you wanted to scan the QR code, you can download our free ebook here if you would like. It's a great, easy, free resource for you to help you with stress and support your mental health. And while you're doing that, stress starts in our mind. I just wanted to, as an emotion code practitioner, what I've learned as an emotion code practitioner is that a lot of our stress starts in our mind with our mental thoughts. For example, I have a little emotion code chart here. I was trying to print a nicer copy, but my printer started to kaput. But either way, so for example, Dr. Bradley Nelson has taught us that each emotion that we feel is associated to certain organs in our body. So our heart, if you feel like you weren't loved enough, or if you felt betrayal or abandoned, or you had heartache, or you felt very vulnerable, and that's associated with the heart. So if those things have impacted you, because we all go through things in our life, but if we don't take the time to first bring awareness to how we're feeling, which if we're not aware, then we can't actually process what we're feeling, and that continued stress will end up manifesting in the body. So it might start off with that feeling of I didn't feel loved, and that constant feeling that you have, that you carry with yourself, can end up feeling like pain in your body eventually. So that's how stress is connected to our body. If we take our lungs, for example, or our colon, emotions like sadness, rejection, or feelings of grief, or even being very stubborn, if we carry emotions like that, and on a continuous basis. Now, to be clear, we all feel a range of emotions. That's the human experience. However, if you don't take the time to process those emotions, and so you might feel like, why do I have this lingering pain in my shoulder? Or why do I have this random pain in my neck? This could be caused by negative emotions that you're carrying within yourself. And so this is why I'm so passionate about managing stress, anxiety, and burnout, because not only does it affect the way we think, but and feel, it affects us on a physical level. And that's what I help people do, is release those trapped emotions so they can feel better in their mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so what is an emotional reset, you might be wondering? Well, it's just a moment for us to pause in our very busy life, and pause intentionally, stepping out of the stress loop so your body and mind can come back into balance. A lot of us, we all have our stress loops. So when we feel overwhelmed, we might have a stress loop of saying things in our mind like, oh my gosh, everything is on me. I have to do everything. And we all have our own loops that we go into. And so if we take that time to emotionally reset, it can really help us stop continuing that stress loop. Because what happens is we go deeper into that loop, and then it just ends up being a full blown, maybe a panic attack or anxiety attack, or you just don't feel good, you know? It started off with something small, and now you feel like total crap because maybe, you know, we have our loops. So, you know, that's something to think about. Like, what is that loop, that negative loop that you have in your mind? What is your trigger for that negative loop? Mine is when I feel really overwhelmed, and I have too much on my plate, I start to spiral a little bit. So I have to bring myself back to center and ground myself and just remind myself that I'm safe and I'm okay. So that's, you know, the way we speak to ourselves is really powerful too. Okay, so now that we're all here, I would love to take you through a quick body scan exercise. And this is something, like I said, we wanted to give you some tools that you can do in your daily life. You can take a picture of this if you like, but let's try to practice it together. And this will help you bring awareness to how you're feeling in your body, you know, and a lot of times we are so in our minds that we're so disconnected from our body. So this helps you just kind of integrate that mind and body together. So if you would take a minute, just close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. And we're just going to start scanning from the top of our head. Maybe you feel that energy above your head. Once we bring awareness to it, you'll feel it. And just scan all the way down from, you know, your forehead, your eyes, your nose, your ears, your neck, all the way down through your chest, your shoulders, all the way down your heart, your stomach. So where are you feeling that tension? You can scan all the way down through your legs, your knees, all the way down to your toes. Is the tension in your shoulders? Is it in your jaw? Is it in your chest? And as you bring awareness to wherever the tension is for you, just tell yourself, give the command to your mind that you're going to soften. Soften as you exhale out. Let that tension soften. Yeah, and this is something, you can open your eyes if you like. And so this is something you can do on a daily basis, is just bring awareness to your body. So we're not always in our mind. It helps us ground into the present moment. Okay, so box breathing. So for anyone that practices yoga, we do box breathing a lot. So I don't know if there's any yogis here. I'm not a big yogi, but I do practice yoga because it really helps me with stress. And so box breathing is very simple. I'm not going to go through necessarily all of these, but I just wanted to give you an example of how powerful breathing is. Box breathing is you inhale for a count of 4. So you inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. You hold for a count of 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you exhale for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you continue doing that in a box manner, like inhale, exhale, hold, that type of nature. And that's very helpful. Another grounding technique that is really powerful is if you feel like your monkey mind is on, like too many thoughts, you're feeling really stressed out, and you can just take a deep breath and look at what are 5 things I can see right now. So it brings you back to the awareness of now. And when we are present, the stress just melts away. And the more you practice this, you'll see that your stress will reduce. Four things you can feel, like my sweater, or something soft, your dog, your child, or whatever, is around you, and what you can see, what you can feel. And that really helps bring you back into the present moment and ground you into the present moment. Another wonderful little short thing you can do is have a visualization of a calm place. For me, whenever I close my eyes, that's the beach by the ocean. And so whenever I'm super stressed, I just visualize that, and it calms me right down. So these are some things you can incorporate into your daily routine when you are feeling like you're really stressed, you're anxious. Okay, and of course we are very passionate about doTERRA and the beautiful products that are there to support our anxiety and stress as well. And Rachel, are you good with doing this slide?
I'm good.
Okay, awesome.
Um, yeah, no, thanks for taking us through that because sometimes it is really good to just take that pause, few nice long breaths and kind of release any tension. But with us using essential oils, this is a really important piece of that because scents can travel directly to your limbic system, and that's the part of your brain that regulates your emotions and your memory. And just think scents. Like, I think one of the scents that my memory triggers from childhood is Christmas gingerbread. My mom used to bake gingerbread for a bakery. She would build beautiful gingerbread houses. So anytime I smell ginger or gingerbread, it takes me back to that time because memory is really triggered by different smells. And your brain can actually only remember a certain amount of smells in your lifetime. So finding that safe or calming scent and like combining it with a good, happy, calming memory. So that's why we use some of these oils to kind of help that regulation. So these are a few of the ones that we use that are created specifically for those anxious and stressful moments. So the adaptive line, so you can see there on the screen, we have the oil in the 15 ml bottle, and then it also can come in a roller. You can also make your own roller as well if you just purchase the oil. But they're nice to have together hand in hand. Like I have my adaptive roller right here. The sticker's falling apart, but I carried that in my wallet. I have my adaptive, my balance, Copaiba rollers in my wallet at all times because I actually use them all for various occasions. We also have the adaptive common blend capsules. So the capsules provide a little bit more, um, I don't know, calming that fog, brain fog, the monkey brain, if you have so much on your mind, like, when you lay down to go to sleep, and then all of a sudden you're thinking of everything that happened during the day, everything you have to do tomorrow, and your brain just doesn't shut off. These adaptive capsules will help calm that. It's formulated with, it has the lavender, coriander, wild orange, fennel, and it's such a beautiful blend. Oh, yes, Bethany. She she does. She takes them all the time. And
I have mine right here. I was just going to add that for
yeah.
any women that are in perimenopause or menopause, they actually help with hot flashes. Like and it reduces hot flashes significantly because I think hot flashes are increased because of stress as well, because our hormones are going up and down. So this is really helpful for that too.
Yes, exactly. And if you don't have the capsules, not the end of the world. But if you struggle with certain things, this is a great way to start your day. Take one in the morning when you get up and kind of have a nice calming day. Or if your struggle is sleep, then I would take one in the evening, before you prepare for bed. so that it calms your mind and your thoughts and your stress levels so you can sleep soundly. It will help calm racing thoughts. And if you have slows your heart rate to help you relax more. But so that's the adaptive line. Moving on to balance. So balance is it's it's hard to say my favorite because there are so many oils that we have that are my favorites. But balance is definitely on the top of my list. I also carry that in a roller in my wallet. I use this on a regular basis. Balance is more woody grounding oil. It has spruce and hoe wood, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. And it is a lovely, lovely grounding blend. Literally use it all the time. My niece and nephew used to live with us years ago, and my nephew really struggled. He was 10, really struggled balancing his emotions, staying calm, staying focused. And on our way to school, when I was driving them to school, I'd have the balance and I would actually mix it with a little bit of serenity or lavender, whatever I had handy, but I'd give him a drop of each in his hand on the way to school, and I'd have him inhale and exhale. And it kind of helped calm things down for the day so he could mentally prepare for the stress of school, all the things going on that kids deal with at 10, but as well as things he was dealing with at home. So that's a really great combo balance. We use it all the time. And then Serenity is another wonderful blend. It combines like your nice calming oils, lavender, but also the Serenity capsules. So it's recommended to take those maybe half an hour before you prepare for bed, before you wind down, so that it gives your body time to kind of adjust to it and relax. It provides, some nice calming, some nice relaxing, and put a couple drops of Serenity in your diffuser as well. So we have tools based on your body's needs because everyone's body does react differently, and you're naturally drawn to some scents over others. I'm not a huge floral person. I didn't think I was actually before doTERRA. And I have actually grown to love some like lavender and even like rose oil. It's not as bad as I thought it would be being a floral, but I am more naturally drawn to the woodsy oils like frankincense and then copaiba. I also love. So that's kind of me, but you kind of see what works best for you, right? And I have the copaiba. This one comes from a tree in South America, the resin, and it's just a really nice, really like calm. There's not much to it as far as smell. It's not overpowering. It's just really muted. And I've actually used this one just neat topically on my kids when they were teething for pain, but it also helps with anxious thoughts, stress, stressful situations, road rage, depending on what your daily life is like. If you have to travel and commute to work, traffic is crazy. And just seeing which works best for you, and your body, what you react to better. And then here, I think I did touch on a few, but here's top 5 ways to reduce your stress. So A, get it in a diffuser. You're smelling it in your room, you're smelling it in your kitchen, your living room. Like I have a diffuser in every room. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. We do. We have diffusers all over the place. But even if you don't have a plug-in diffuser, your hair can be a diffuser. You can buy necklace or bracelet diffusers. There's ways to just get them on you, right? Smell. It will help uplift your mood and it will totally change the way you feel in your space. And then breathe it in. So put a drop in each hand, breathe it in, put some drops on your chest, rub it together. Obviously, you have your on the go rollers. And then one of my favorites is the relaxing bath with Epsom salts. So I do a cup of Epsom salts and a half a cup of baking soda, and then I'll put a couple drops of whatever oil I'm needing in the moment. And even if you're just doing a foot soak, like you don't have to have a full tub, but even if you're just doing a foot soak, your feet actually have the biggest pores, so you're still getting maximum benefits, right? So doing it that way as well, that helps just release tension and calm things down. And then your bedtime ritual. Again, get your bedroom diffuser ready. You can make a nice little a scented spray and spray your pillows, your blankets to get the aroma in the air and then get it on your body. So about 30 minutes before bed, lose the iPads, lose the cell phones, like make your bedtime routine ideal for optimal sleep. And then you want to quiet your mind. So maybe read a book, maybe do some prayer meditation, anything that kind of works to help calm your brain and release that stress. And then applying the oils for sure. Your big toe is a really good place to put them because that's linked directly to your brain, right? So big toe, bottom of the feet, up and down the spine, on your chest, even on your forearms, because when you're sleeping, you kind of, lay on your arms sometimes, and then you'll inhale that a little bit better as well. So, so many ways to use them, so many places to get them in your system, and just breathe, right? Take deep breaths and go from there. But routine is a key factor though, right? It's not like a one-time fix. Oh, I took my Serenity capsule 2 weeks ago. Why am I stressed out today? Right? Knowing your body, knowing your routines, knowing what works best for you. Some people take their adaptive capsule first thing in the morning. Some people will take the balance roller and put that on your big toe as soon as you wake up before you get out of bed. So place your oils, place your capsules, whatever products you're using, place them where you're going to use them, right? Have them in the bathroom, by your kitchen sink, by your bedroom. Make sure you have yourself set up for success. Have your little rollers in your wallet, or your carry-on vitamin packets, right? So you have your capsules with you if you're going to have a stressful meeting at work, things like that, right? Just help yourself be set up for success.
Yeah, that's great, Rachel. Yeah, I think consistency is the key with
Mhm.
reducing your stress. Like, if you practice these things every day, your brain starts to know when I do these things, my body's calm, I'm relaxed, and you'll find over time, like your stress levels reduce significantly. Thank you for that.
Of course.
And I think you spoke about this already a little bit. Yeah.
I, I'm
So
like, I think I covered it. I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah, no, it's perfect. Yeah, no, your morning reset, midday calm, evening wind down, and on the go. So you covered it all. So that's great. And simple self-care rituals with the oils. You can take a picture of this. We're not going to spend too much time on it, but yeah, deep breathing with oils. Inhale 3 times, exhale slowly. And Rachel already covered everything, adding it to your palms. You can inhale when you feel those feelings of anxiety, anxiousness. Um, yeah, I think we went through all this and apply to the heart space. Frankincense, a lot of the oils, they're amazing when you, maybe if you're feeling grief or sadness, you can apply it right to your heart. And it can really soothe when you're feeling those heavy emotions. So it's very lovely for that. And we just wanted to give you a quick little preview of what clients are saying. Um, they're saying that they've created a beautiful routine that helps them stay calm and centered in their busiest times and day. Um, some people have said they have more energy being on the supplements, which we'll talk about, and using oils to help me with my focus and energy throughout the day. Um, I feel more in control of my moods. Whenever I feel low, I grab an oil like Adaptive or Balance, and it helps me get grounded. Um, Somebody else had said help me. It's helped me with my brain fog and energy. Hello. doTERRA products are a total game changer. And another person said, I'm able to incorporate simple tools for my self care routine. I feel the best that I have ever felt. So this is what some of our clients are saying, and they're if they're using them consistently, they're seeing really great results. Okay, I'll pass it over to you, Deanna.
Okay, thanks, Sumit. So I love that, Sue has given us so many great tools, like practical supports that we can do, whether it's breathing or just taking that moment to clear your mind and relaxing. And Rachel gave us a great overview of the oils that we can use and the products that are available to us when we're feeling those symptoms of stress and anxiety. But if you've been to any of our classes, you know that we can't get through a class without talking about the wellness pyramid. And these are really the building blocks of our health. So we're not going to spend a lot of time going through each of these sections. But what we want everyone to know is that like we teach different classes on each one of these areas, but whenever we talk about these areas, it's important to understand about our foundation. So when you think about your body, when you look at your body as a whole, your body is like a game of Jenga. And so what we're going to talk about here a little bit in the wellness pyramid is nutrition and digestion. So when our base is strong, our body can handle almost anything that is thrown at it. So as we move up the chain, if something happens here, if you do not have a strong base, and then you experience something like you didn't get a good night's sleep, or your stress level is particularly high, you've got a lot going on, it's much more easy for your base to be shaken or things to affect you if you do not have that strong base. So that's why we always want to have a focus on the supplements that we have available and how important it is to keep a strong foundation. So I think on the next slide, Sumit, there was something else. Okay, so
Yeah.
these are the tools that Rachel talked about that we can use to rest and help us rest, help us manage the stress. But then on the next slide is where we're going to get in. Oh,
There you
sorry.
go.
The
Yeah, it's
nutrition
okay.
and
Go ahead.
digestion. We'll go back to those capsules, but
Yeah.
nutrition and digestion. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can see here we've got on the left-hand side, it says eat right, but in most cases today, people are not getting the nutrients that they need from the food that we're eating. And even if they are doing everything right, the food that we eat, the soil that it's grown in, the food does not hold the same nutritional value as it did 50 years ago. So that's where supplements can come into play. And again, like I said, if your base is not strong, then it's very hard for your body to fight off what is being thrown at it. But when we can have that strong foundation, it's harder to get knocked off course. So when you're doing things like taking the supplements that are increasing our energy, helping us sleep better, giving us all those nutrients and minerals and vitamins that we need, then you're starting off your day with an already strong foundation. So I know there are so many supplements out there in the market. We hear from a lot of people who might say, oh, I already take vitamins, I'm all good. What I like to ask people is, do you feel a difference? It's great that maybe you're taking a vitamin that you got at Healthy Planet or Walmart or even off of Amazon, but do you notice a difference? And if you don't notice a difference, then we always ask to consider maybe it's time to try something new. And lifelong vitality, I can't say enough about this vitamin set. I have been on these now for 7 years, and I speak to so many people who are taking different vitamins, and these have been the game changer for me. While people might say to me, oh, I don't even notice a difference when I'm taking them, these I notice when I stop because I do not sleep as well. My stress level goes up and I get sick. And I've had all of those things happen to me when I happen to run out of my vitamins. and it's been 3 or 4 days, I will always get sick and I will just not feel like myself, and I don't have the same kind of energy to get through the day. So, this is the base that we love to talk to people about. And the reason we have supplements and why ours are so different is because ours are infused with the essential oils, and there are no other supplement companies that have that. These are bioavailable, meaning that your body knows what to do with them. Okay, you're not just going to get bright yellow pee when you take these. You're going to get an actual supplement that goes into your body, and your body knows what to do with it. All right, so there are three parts to the lifelong vitality. We have our regular multivitamin, which is the Microplex VMZ. We have the Omega, and then we have the Alpha CRS, which is where the real magic happens. So, what you might notice when you're looking at these bottles is that the numbers aren't as high as what you might see on a Costco bottle. But that's because these, again, are bioavailable. So your body is actually going to be absorbing and using what's in there because they're made from whole foods. So that is the Microplex VMZ, which is our multivitamin. That's all your vitamins, your minerals, your nutrients. It's supporting your healthy immune function, healthy digestion, your metabolism. It supports bone health, and it's a blend of actual whole foods that you can see there. Okay, the omega, many omegas on the market, they're not from a natural source. They're either farmed or they contain heavy metals, but these are pure, and they also contain extra things like carotenoids, which are great for the brain and the eyes. Okay, so this is one that I just love. It promotes a positive mood, it enhances our learning, it supports our muscles, and it's helping with strong teeth and bones. The final one, which is the extra special one, is the cellular complex, which is the alpha CRS. This is great for the brain. It's great for cellular regeneration. It helps with oxidative stress. And I know Sumit and Rachel probably have their own stories, but taking all of these changed the way I feel. They come in a complete set. If you're not already taking them, they come in a complete set, all three bottles, so you don't need to figure out, do I need to go get some vitamin D? Do I need my vitamin A? Do I need my zinc? Do I need my omega separate? You don't need to go to Healthy Planet and buy multiple bottles. All of your daily vitamins are come in this 3 pack, and there's a 30-day money back guarantee. If you try them for 30 days and you don't like them, you don't feel anything, you can return them for a full refund. So this is actually for an essential oils company. This is one of doTERRA's best-selling products. And the things personally that I've noticed when I'm taking these, my energy changed, my sleep changed, and I do not get as sick as often. Plus, my hair and my nails grow like crazy. That's just a little extra thing that happened. It's really not why I started taking the vitamins, but it was one of those things that I noticed right away. I could not believe how those areas of my body were changing.
Thank you so much, Deanna, for going into great detail about the vitamins. For me personally, too, when I went for my blood work with my doctor, I had a bit of inflammation, and they're like, your inflammation, she didn't even talk about it because it's gone down so much. All my levels are so much better since being on these. So the proof is in the blood work. When you're on these for at least give it 3 good months, you'll see a significant change in your blood work. Yeah, these are amazing. And I love what you said. You don't have to guess, can I take this with this one? Or it's all there. It's all there together. So thank you so much. Yeah, so if doTERRA has, if you choose to purchase any oils or the supplements, we have so much great support. So some of you that are watching the recording or are here now, you have your advocate here. There's so much support. We go through how to use the oils because maybe you're just starting out and you don't know what to do with all these beautiful oils. We'll show you, we'll have an unboxing together, and There's so much education, and we have a really nice community on Facebook that we share a lot of wonderful recipes and little things that help us with everyday to use the oils in a more efficient way, and you can ask questions there. So there's a lot of support, and if you become a customer, you get a wholesale customer account, you get 25% off, and you can earn up to 30% back on future orders. So that is a bonus. And you might be wondering why doTERRA, because essential oils are everywhere, aren't they? Like, you can get them from Walmart, you can get them from Sage, you can get them anywhere, but I would not do that because doTERRA has the best quality. They're medical grade, pharmaceutical grade, and you can trust them because of their sourcing, the testing, and also they're quite affordable for how potent, and each bottle has, I don't know, you guys can correct me, but like 250 drops. So they really do last you a long time, and you don't need to take a lot. Like, I remember one client of mine bought this oil, and she put like how much she put a bunch of drops that she would as if she bought them from Sage, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so strong." I'm like, "You only need 1 or 2 drops," and she was like, "Oh, that's good to know." So they really do last a long time. And we just quickly wanted to share some of these amazing kits. These are very economical because you get everything. So, for example, the Healthy Start, you get all the top 10 oils here, and in a 5 ml bottle, but it gives you an opportunity to try them all. And these are, it's got the lavender, which is great for sleep, the balance we talked about, the frankincense, which is a very, great quality oil and is quite expensive on its own. So this kit is fantastic. And depending on, you will also get free oil of the month if you go on our LRP, which we can explain more about. But it's a great kit to start with. And now if you wanted the family care collection, which is the 15 ml bottles, they're just a bit bigger, and the diffuser is a little bit bigger. So that's also a great option. It's got the Easy Air, Zengest, which we didn't talk about some of these oils, but they are amazing. Zengest is really great if you have any tummy aches or deep blues in there, if you have any aches or pains in your body. Lemon, which is a great oil to add into your water in the morning, great for digestive health. So it's all there. And one of our very great kits, which saves you a lot of money, is the Healthy Habits kit. It comes with the supplements we spoke about. It comes with the top oils that we spoke about today. And it also comes with the Terrazyme, which we didn't really go into much detail, but that's a really great supplement to help you with your digestion. So if you know you can take it with the biggest meal of your day to help just break everything down. It just helps you with, again, your gut health, and helps you absorb your food a lot easier. So if you're struggling with any gut health issues or tummy issues, this is a great kit to start with. A lot of people really favor this Healthy Habits kit. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. We're at the end of our presentation. I stayed on time. I wanted to make sure I didn't go over too much because I know everyone is really busy. But thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, of course, reach out to your advocate that's on the call, or if you're watching the recording, reach out to us and let us know, if you have any questions, and we can set up a quick call and go over, what you need for your health and wellness journey. And while we're here, what would you rate your stress level now? Like, how are you guys feeling? What would you rate it out of 10 now? Do you feel a little bit better, a little bit calmer?
Oh, Sandra, girl after my own heart, ready for bed.
Yeah, that's good. That means you're relaxed, right? You're ready. It's great.
Me too, and I know Sandra's got the tools to be able to wind her down for bed too. So
Yeah, 100%. Good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And yeah, stay connected.
Awesome.
thanks, everyone.
Thank you guys.
I'm gonna stop the recording, and we're gonna hang out if you want to have if you have any questions.
I actually have to